Are you someone that's just starting in the gym, want to get into the gym, or you've been off track for a while and you want to get back on it? So let me explain. You have to make sure you're training 5 or 6 days a week in the gym. Make sure you're on top of your cardio. You need to be doing sprints and some HIIT, and to burn the fat, you want to do your 10K steps. But then you want to stay a little bit functional, so make sure you do a couple of gymnastic sessions a week. Food-wise, you need to be eating 6 or 7 meals a day. Make sure you're vegan, don't eat meat, but only eat meat. Has to be organic, grass-fed. Actually, only eat fish, but not farmed fish. There's a time and a place. I feel like at the moment, if a beginner or someone who is inconsistent and just wants to get back on track, if they go on social media and scroll, it's going to be very overwhelming. And I get it. I completely understand. All of these things that I said, all these diets and training styles and ice baths and red light and all of this stuff has a place. And if you can do it all, manage it all, juggle it all, and in your routine, congratulations, well done, and that's incredible. Like, I hope you get the benefits from it. But what this video is about, this is for people who have fallen off track, beginners, and even people that are on track but just not seeing the results they want to see. Don't forget about the basics, the bread and butter, the foundations, training and progressive overload, sleep and recovery, food and water, and consistency. If you're not sure what to do, just start with the basics. Training. Obviously, the training depends on your goal and your experience. If you are just starting out, don't go for a 6-day split. Don't go for anything too intense. Probably don't go for anything over an hour in the gym. If you are experienced and you're a little bit off track, still ease your way back in. You don't have to go. You might have been doing this crazy routine at one point. Don't expect to just go straight back into it. If your training's been a bit hit and miss and you're missing sessions, there's probably a reason for that. Maybe you were trying to do too much. Maybe what you were doing used to be okay for you, but now it's not. Maybe you have other commitments in your life now. Friends, family, a job, kids. Just take a step back. Figure out, training-wise, what you can do. A split that you can confidently execute. If it is just twice a week to begin with, one upper session, one lower session, do it. If you think that's what you can comfortably achieve at the moment, just start with that and don't try and do too much. Once you've done that for 3 or 4 weeks and you think, I can add another session in, I can up the intensity, I can maybe increase the complexity of my workout, then great, go for it. Add another session and rebuild back to where you were. Or if you're starting from scratch, start from scratch. Sleep and recovery. If you're not getting enough sleep, you're not going to get the results that you want, period. You need to look after your body. Give it time to recover so you're ready to go again. Sleep, 7 to 8 hours a night. It helps if you have a good sleep hygiene and a sleep routine. When you're getting ready for bed in the day, try and have a time that you go to bed, a time that you wake up, a time that you stop looking at screens in the evening, a time that you stop working, maybe like a little wind down routine. When you're in bed, make sure your room's cool, make sure your room's dark, make sure there's less chances of noises. Other forms of recovery. Make sure you're having a little stretch at the end of your session. Make sure you're warming up and cooling down. If you have any injuries, just give it that little bit of extra attention that it needs. If you push an injury too far, it's going to end bad. Food and water. Obviously, this depends on your goal, but it's not rocket science. If you're trying to gain weight, you're going to have to eat a little bit more food. If you're trying to lose weight, eat a bit less food. If one of your goals is building muscle or maintaining muscle, make sure your proteins are high. Then if you can, in whatever your eating window is, whether you fast or if you don't fast, in that window, just try and spread your meals out. And don't eat too late before bed. The time at which you eat and the frequency is going to differ from person to person. For me personally, I wake up at about 6 o'clock. I don't eat till about midday, just because as soon as I eat, my cognitive function, it crashes. So I try and get all my work done. About 12 to about 7 or 8, that's my eating window. I don't like eating too close to bed. And obviously water. Make sure you're staying hydrated. If you're not used to drinking a lot of water, then again, don't jump in at 6 litres a day. Just drink a little bit more than you normally would. Then increase it to something comfortable, maybe 2 to 3 litres of water a day. And lastly, consistency. This is something that affects everyone, including myself. Take these foundations: sleep and recovery, food and water, training. Set yourself a plan, build a habit, get into a routine, and just be consistent with it. I promise you, if you're consistent with these 3 things, you will see a lot of differences. You will see a lot of changes, and you will see a lot of positive progression. If you're struggling, if you're a beginner, or if you've fallen off track, it doesn't have to be complicated. Just take it easy, get back on track, get to somewhere that feels comfortable for you and sustainable, and go for it. If you need any help, need any advice, I'm here every day. Drop a comment on the video and you can message me on Instagram. And guys, good luck. Don't overthink it. Try not to get overwhelmed. And it's a beautiful journey. Enjoy it. Peace.